Hello and welcome to Cars at 100, and on today's review I have a 2021 Lexus Lx570. We're gonna look at this car from the outside, go inside and check out some of the features on this fully loaded and then some big SUV by Lexus. So we're gonna see this car's window sticker as well to see some of the options that this car has. And let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. Okay, let's start from the outside and from the front of this vehicle. As you can see, this big prominent grille that has been redesigned for this year for the LX model of the Lexus. And as you can see, this car is fully loaded, every option possible, with the sport package as well. You get the fully loaded car in this beautiful silver color and with the massive wheels, as well as this very pronounced big SUV look. The Japanese design for the big SUV is here with this V8 that is under the hood as well, especially with these LED lights that are really unique and nice, very sharp looking. In terms of the design, it's one of the best designed SUVs on the market, and it competes with the Mercedes-Benz GLS as well as the BMW X7. We have the front camera here as well as the adaptive cruise control for this car, of course, as this being the most luxurious big SUV that Lexus offers. And you have here this kind of design features. Every piece in this grille is different from the other, meaning in this design pieces here. Really like this ground effects kit, sport kit, and you have these massive wheels, basically 275/50 are 21-inch rims on this car with the big brakes. As you can see behind those rims, really complement this color really well, silver with the black accents. As you can see, in terms of the chrome that is on the window surrounds and everything, the side step, as you can see, massive side mirrors, has you know, really pronounced itself in terms of the chrome designs everywhere. Not really outdone in a way, it really looks good. And at the same time, you can really see that this car is a nice city big SUV. It's not really an off-road car, but you can really take it off-road, I guess. Has a good clearance. Rear lights LED with an L shape in terms of the rear tailgate here. You can open it in two ways. You have two ways you can open this trunk. You have the top section and the bottom section for the ease of use, and you have these nice ground effects on the bottom and on the back as well. As you can see here, we have some tow hook options. As you can see, this car already comes with tints for windows, because this is a big SUV. It's a factory tinted on the back windows. Design for the hood as well, as you can see here, some, you know, design features having to be looking as a sporty SUV, at the same time having this big size. It really complements each other. I didn't know I would say this, but it really works for this big SUV. And let's check out what this car has to offer on the interior. In order to enter this Lx570, you have two options that you can open this car. You have this credit card type of key here, I would say. It's a new generation that houses the actual key inside here as well, and you can keep this in your wallet, and it's very smart. It doesn't let you leave and drive the car unless you pick up your wallet, so you're never gonna forget your driver license. So that's very convenient. And you have the regular key fob that every other Lexus gets. You have lock, unlock, hold for trunk release, and hold for panic. And you can keep this key fob in your pocket as well, and you can lock the car and side mirrors will close. And you can also unlock the car with the sensor behind the door opener handle, and just like this we will enter this luxury powerhouse. And as you can see here, it looks really nice in terms of the premium materials. You have this nice kind of red. It's a different type of red than every other Lexus and you have this nice wood material here, premium feeling, everything. You have nice stitching, this leather, really nice. And as you can see, the stitching is not really the same color as silver. It is kind of like a gold color, little yellow color stitching, really nice. Automatic up and down for all 4 sides in terms of the windows, of course, for this type of luxury car. And you have a automatic closing side mirrors here as well. You have a nice door opener handle, you have memory seating for 3, and you have a nice Mark & Levinson optional sound system. As you can see, reference surround. It's a surround sound system for this car as well. And if we see this entrance, it's a massive entrance. You have the nice side sills here with the Lexus logos on them. Overall, I would say looks very premium, and these seats are very nice as well, perforated, stitched. You have automatic controls for the seats as well, so you can adjust any way you want. There is a lot of adjustment here. As you can see, you have nice bolstering up top, very nice, very soft. As you can see, very soft leather in this car, and just like it's supposed to be. If we jump inside like this and we close the door, very nice prominent feel, very big SUV in terms of the design. And I would say first impression is really good in terms of the quality here. And what's not missing here is the level of luxury and level of pronounced kind of you know, level of design, as well as the luxury kind of coming together. And it feels a little bit overwhelming with all the controls and many off-road abilities that this car has, in terms of the way this car is, in terms of you can raise it, you can lower it. It comes with the suspension level that is one of the top on the market. You have the nice you know, transmission lever here, as well as this control for that infotainment. So if we start the car, and just like this, we will make this car come to life. And as you can see here, overall, first impression in terms of the design of this tach and speedo and this front infotainment kind of option here in the middle display is something that is kind of a very utilitarian feeling, old school type of feeling as well, but mixed with luxury. So you get a lot of gauges here, and the car gives you good feedback in terms of what's going on. And you can control that middle display there with many different options on the right of the steering wheel. So you can have many different options of how the car behaves, what it's doing, the information that it gives you. So good feedback, I guess. And speaking of this steering wheel, very good steering wheel. It's a sporty steering wheel, as you can see, but there is no F logo on this car. This is a sport version of the Lx570. But in terms of the design and luxury on the steering wheel, it is not missing here. You have 10 and 2 mixed with the wood material, real wood material. You have a paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, as you can see, that are nice as well to touch, premium feeling, but they're not aluminum. They are just plastic, but looking premium. And you have this controls here, like I mentioned before, for that middle display there, in order to see what is some of the options and some of the, you know, information that car is providing you. You can go through it here, as well as the adaptive cruise control housed in this. Toyota has not changed this for a while now. I think it's a time for it to be integrated nicely instead of this lever here, but they want it to be separate, I guess, for safety measures. And you have Bluetooth options, as well as the infotainment options on the left of the steering wheel, as well as the many other options here. You're not gonna find any empty buttons on this car, because this car is fully loaded. There is every option on this car, as well as the Mark & Levinson sound system, which is quite expensive option considering this car is already expensive price. You have this nice large infotainment screen that you can control through this upside down mouse. A lot of people complain about this infotainment in terms of the design of this upside down mouse, but the love for this car has not changed because of this here. And there is no touch screen for this car. And it would be nice for 2021, and I think down the line Lexus will have to include that. As you can see, these lights came on when the car was off. There was no information here provided, but when you turn on the car, these lights went on. Otherwise it would be minimalistic look. You have here the wireless charging pad that you can charge your device. You know, quite large phones can fit here. You have two cup holders here that you can close and open with this lever here, and you have automatic parking brake. And in terms of the climate control options, overall this middle section here, center section, is really nice. You have three-way climate control options here, and you have a climate concierge, which helps you kind of climate base climate on this car in a proper way, and it helps you to navigate very well in terms of how much, you know, temperature and everything you can have in this car to be as comfortable as possible. And you have some options here for the, and I found one empty button, which is very interesting. Lexus still gives you one empty button here. Interesting how this button would be filled otherwise. Please leave a comment if you know. But otherwise you have some of the options here for the rear tailgate to power door off or on, and lots of options in terms of the, you know, adjustability for the off-road abilities for this car. After all, this is a nice off-road car. You have a differential lock here, and you have some suspension levers here that you can raise and lower the car, as you can see here with these buttons. And overall you have the Sport and Sport Plus here. So Sport and Sport Plus will be different from each other, because Sport Plus will be a little bit more than the Sport in terms of the qualities of the dynamics for this car, in terms of the way the car drives. And you have heated and ventilated seats here, of course, as well as the heated steering wheel. You have USB Type A, two options there for USB Type A and aux in. I would prefer to have USB Type C as well for such powerful smartphones that we have on the market. People who buy these cars will have the latest smartphones. And you have 12-volt power outlet here, and you can close this like this. Very nice, very luxurious feeling in terms of the design and everything. You have this middle section here, and you have a cool box, so you can have the, it's like a small refrigerator here. It is not storage, so much storage as much as the cooler box, but you can keep some stuff there. Rather keep some bottles or some food. If you want to cool it, you can turn it on or turn it off, so it will help the cool. As well as you have glove box here, quite large glove box. You have two sections for it, the top shelf and the bottom. And overall, in terms of the design, you have heads-up display as well there, housed in that box. And overall, I would say very big SUV in terms of the design, and quality of the interior is also very nice. You have nice sunroof and moonroof. No panoramic sunroof on these cars, and you have nice Mark & Levinson sound system that I mentioned before as well. I have a window sticker here, so you can check out some of the options, standard and optional equipment. Feel free to pause the video at any second to see all of them, and you can really see the difference when you get extra options for this car, how much more expensive it will become. And as you can see, the Mark & Levinson sound system, it is $2,350, quite expensive. And overall full price for this car is $104,295. And final assembly point for this car is Toyota Aichi, Japan. And 14 miles per gallon combined, 12 in the city, 16 on the highway. In order to enter the back seats, you can also lock and unlock the car through this back door handle here. And since the car is already on, it's already letting me know with a beep that the car is not lockable or unlockable. It's already in the mode there it is. It's window shades on the back doors, very nice, already complementing the tinting, dark tinting that is already available. You still have this very nice privacy shade here from the sun even further. And as you can see here, you have automatic up and down on the back doors here, and you have nice storage here for your book, as well as the bottle holder here. Mark & Levinson sound system, speakers on a back in terms of 3 speakers here, instead of just having to have 2 speakers on the front doors. Very interesting. And if we step inside, as you can see here, luxury continues from the front to the back. And as you can see here, in terms of the design and size aspect, it's quite you know, comfortable here, and headroom is quite large as well. I'm 6 feet tall. Interestingly, there is no climate control options here, and you can see that you have 2 vents here only, and you have 12-volt power outlet. We have middle section here that has your climate control options, of course, that house your you know, screen that shows some of the options for this third you know, way climate control here, climate zone, third way climate zone. And we can also make these seats go down, and this SUV is a 3-row SUV, so you have some seats that you can adjust there as well, or you can have the big trunk space, as well as if you put these seats down, you're gonna have even more space. So let's check out the trunk space. To open the trunk, you have the button there, and just like this, it's an automatic trunk. It will open the top section of the trunk, and then you can open the bottom section like this. And as you can see, everything is automatic on this car. It's very convenient. You can fold these seats through these buttons here, also very conveniently located on the right, as well as you have the actual outlet here that you can connect your devices. And as you can see here as well, you have 2 seats that you can fold down, and you have the 3 rows for this car. And overall, you get nice options for the floor mats, and you have big space for the trunk. Once again, you can fold down those second row seats, and you're gonna have even more space. Quite nice, quite large, quite tall trunk. Let's check out what's under the hood. Hope you enjoyed today's review of this 2021 Lexus Lx570. If you have any questions about this particular car, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. And I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.